Moving on to the NFC South, the Atlanta Falcons can move back into first place with a win over the Carolina Panthers via division record tiebreaker. So there's a three-way tie. If all three teams win, the Falcons are the only one playing a division opponent, so they would move back ahead of the Buccaneers with a win. They're a 3-point road favorite against the 1-12 Carolina Panthers. Does this look like easy money or that's what it should be because the Atlanta Falcons play down to the level of their opponent?
I'm afraid to say easy money, Scott, but I will. I think that this Panthers team, again, 1-2-3 Cancun out here for them on that side of the ball. I don't fault them for that. Bryce Young has been poor this season, but I mean, the offense even doesn't know what the heck they're doing. It looks like the right side of the offensive line, the center and right guard have been dreadful in pass protection. They have nobody that can separate worth one iota on the offensive side of the ball. No explosiveness too. And Atlanta quietly has been having a top 10 defense this season. I think they're going to be able to kind of dictate here because of how poor the offensive line has been. Your weaknesses as far as a pass rush unit on defense kind of get bumped up a tad, or I guess the weaknesses don't get bumped up. They should not be as much of a weakness against this Panthers team. So again, I keep saying it. What did we say? Is 2 inches of rain in this Carolina game? Desmond Ridder needs some God bleeping stickum on his hands or something. Now, you just do not turn the ball over. If you do not turn the ball over in this game, you win it going home. It should be easy, but with how the Falcons have protected the ball this season, no game is a gimme. So we'll see. But if you protect the ball, this one should be within no doubt.
Yeah, it should be. You'd think it was, Brennan. And this was the first game of the year in the Benz. Jesse Bates introduced himself to Atlanta Falcons fans and didn't single-handedly win that game, but he was the difference in that game in Bryce Young's debut. The offense needs to pick it up. That is an understatement. That's a for sure. And then Michael Lewitzki says, we lost the 1-win Cards on the road, so I'm not surprised, against Kyler Murray playing his first ball in a year. You lost to the Vikings, who had won 4 in a row, with Josh Dobbs at quarterback, who was a cast-off from the 1-win Arizona Cardinals, and had just gotten off the MARTA train to walk into the stadium in the middle of the first quarter. That's how long he'd been with the Vikings. I hesitate to say it, but I'm like, nothing would surprise me winning or losing with this Falcons team right now. That's a bad place to be. I mean, I would say winning would surprise me against a good team because they haven't played many good teams this year. When's the last time they actually played a legitimately good football team? I'll run backwards through their schedule. Tampa Bay, no. Jets, no. Saints, no. Cardinals, no. Beat up Minnesota Vikings, no. Tennessee Titans, no. Tampa Bay, no. Washington, no. Houston, 21-19 win at home, yes. Houston's a good football team. Jacksonville, yes, loss. Detroit, yes, loss. They're not a very good football team, Nick.
Nope. And I expect them to lose this one. So
no, I mean the Falcons are not a very good football team.
Oh, yes. Sorry, I still think the Falcons will win this one though, because the Panthers are dreadfully worse. Even and as Charlie Beagle says, they're in a crap division. Hopefully not an explosive one. Charlie, I see him giving me a hard time about. I've definitely been on an explosive play kick just because of what the stats show, how important they are, and what I've listened to coaching clinics. That's what defense is about right now. It's like we'll give you it's not bend don't break, so to speak, but it is don't break no matter what. We don't want to bend either, but how do you match the blitzes and the run fits up front while still playing too high safety? I'm really excited. It's not going to be a live show, but as soon as this show's over, Scott, I'm going to talk with Cody Alexander, who's probably one of the best defensive media minds out there. He does a Substack and runs a bunch of coaching clinics and whatnot, a defensive coordinator and assistant head coach down there in 5A football in Texas as well. So I'm really curious to hear what he has to say about this Broncos team and just defensive trends in general. So sidebar on that one. I'm jonesing for that one.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anybody would be totally shocked if the Falcons lost. Don't. They've already lost games that you shocked that they lost. So it wouldn't be totally surprising.
Nope.
And if they lose, then we'll find out just how safe Arthur Smith's job actually is.